Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
So don't say nothing.
Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
I smell fear in that offense.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
25, check 25, check 25. 14.
On second down, a run with Breida. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Check. Tight dog.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So much for picking it up on the ground on third down. Third play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here that if you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Let's go. Check.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's 14.
Running out of the gun here, Breida.
It's run, fellas, it's run.
And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, here's Breida. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 16-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. This is Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Matt Breida with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. On the delay, Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 27, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
21-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. He's got it. That's St. Brown, touchdown Packers. Equinemius St. Brown there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Switch. Smart that. Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 21.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds in the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will take this across midfield and down at the 48-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". 12, 12, 12, under 10.
Now it's Breida. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That second down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that would help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run with Breida. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Matt Breida saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll go again to Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Watch the slant.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. This is Breida on the draw. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Packers.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Zoom, zoom. 53, check 53. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Green Bay.
Let's do it. This job.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll get this into the hands of Breida.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
50. Hey, you block over here. 57. Mike, 57. Rip right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just touched about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Breida, he'll try the right side. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The star at nearby UW, Kevin King on the stop.
1 yard gain. Brings up
On second and 9. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
It's caught. Lockett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Rodgers to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Hey, check Mike 57.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have recovered.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, that turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
That good for 22 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Check. 36 power.
Now a give to Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Slam. Check it back.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is. And as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones.
Seahawks 37, Packers 13.